bison. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the C Squared podcast. I'm your host, CJ.
And I'm Carmelo.
And this is our segment,
Let's Talk About It.
We are talking about Legendary Season 3.
Episode 5.
The Anime Ball. The special guest for this episode was
Bob the Drag Queen.
Yes, winner of...
RuPaul's Drag Race.
What season?
Season 8.
Season 8. Are you sure?
Let me double check.
All right, well.
Anyways, but yeah.
Yes. So, they all had, like, their anime outfits on, and, yeah, it was really cool. Let's get right into the performances.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
So a lot of good performances this episode.
And for their performances, they had to highlight a fighting scene within the performance.
And they were also thrown a curveball by the Juicy Coutures that they each assigned them an element that they had to incorporate either within the performance or within that fight scene that they have to use.
Yeah.
It is the anime ball, so everything is super Japanese inspired, anime inspired, so...
Really cool.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm so excited because I'm not an anime fan, but I know you are.
Yes.
But yeah. So we get into the first house. We have the House of Juicy Couture, okay?
Yes.
Really cool performance. They all had different, like, royal colors, like red, yellow, pink, green, and blue, you know?
I forgot what show this is. I've seen pictures of the show, but this is not one of the anime shows that I've seen. But the performance...
I loved. Amazing.
It was so good.
They're so smart.
Yeah.
So
it's
smart.
just entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really entertaining, you know? Like, they're giving you Vogue, but they're putting on a performance, and I'm really, really just enjoying the House of Juicy Couture right now. Like, they are killing it.
They,
like, outfits on point.
Oh, well, for their performance, they chose dips as their element.
Yes, because they were able to assign their own elements, so they did dips, and they were dipping galore for sure.
Yep. In my check marks, I put fight scene, of course. So they had DYU. He jumped off the table in his yellow outfit. Really good, really high.
So nice.
The way he landed, everything, like, they landed.
I love it.
And then their fight scene was really cool where the main teacher, she was like talking throughout it, and then there's this one part she says in the beginning, she was like, if you fail at the end of the school year, you'll die.
It was just really fun. It was also very funny.
Would you
like
say that?
Bob the Drag Queen like laughed out loud at one point when all of that was going on during the first original fight scene.
I enjoyed how the voiceovers in this routine was very clear. Like, you could hear everything the teacher was saying, the story, like, where it was going. Like, it was really clear. I love the kick in the face that DYU gave at the end of the routine after they were fighting.
At the end.
They said, boom.
Into a final dip.
What did you think about their back and forth dips at that
I
point?
liked it. You know, it's funny because last week I wasn't such a fan of how the Machiavellis did their continuous dips. But the way they did it, it was just a little bit more entertaining.
No, yeah, it was.
It was really more entertaining. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought they were really good. The colors I love. You know, this is anything colorful like this, and they're like this, it gives me a Power Rangers, Sailor Moon thing. So I love, as y'all can see. But yes. Love the Juicy Coutures. So what did the judges give them?
Naomi gave them a 9. Everyone gave them a 9. They got 9s across the board.
Good. 9s across the board.
They got 45. And so
I would give them a 9 as well. For sure, I would give them a 9. It was really, really good. Was it better than last week's? No, there was that little something else that they had last week. But this was still really, really good and really, really strong.
Yeah, they definitely are taking their routines to the next level. I give them a 9 as well, okay? So that was the House of Juicy Couture.
House of Juicy.
And now we're getting to the International House of Revlon. Their element that they had was, what was it? Spins.
So there were a few things with this performance that I wasn't the biggest fan of, unfortunately. The outfits for sure were not my favorite. Did they look nice? Yes. Vinny looks great. But the outfits overall, from here up, I loved. From here
Chest
to here.
to waist.
From here to here, not the biggest fan of, but I did like the shoes. The strap, Grecian sandal. Love that.
In the beginning, in their little sword fight, it was giving me the Dora Milaje from Wakanda. They was feeling themselves.
Dora Milaje, I believe.
Ooh, Milaje. I'm such an MCU fan, right? Yeah. So, no, yeah, I thought the stick fight in the beginning was really in sync and good. I can definitely tell though that the outfits really hindered them in the sense of they couldn't really bend the way they maybe wanted to. Yeah,
also probably couldn't really dip and go for their things. I mean, they did do some tumbles and passes, not passes, but little forward rolls and things like that.
But right here you can tell it's falling off of the one with the orange hair. It's you can the outfits to me really did set them back a little bit. And also with the spins, I felt the spins, like Laomi said, they were not dramatic enough. They were not. You did some soft ones, but then you kept doing soft ones, and it was more and more. So it was like.
I was gonna say, when I first saw the performance, I didn't see any spins. I saw a few at the end, but the entire performance didn't have spins. It was just save for the last few, maybe 40, 35 seconds. Around there,
it definitely did.
It definitely needed shine. Spins.
I said the spins were safe.
Yeah. Okay. So what did the judges give them?
Laomi gave them an 8. Kiki gave them an 8. Law gave them a 7. Jamila gave them an 8. Bob gave them an 8 as well, and they had 39. What would you give them?
I would give them a 7.
I was gonna say I would have gave a 7 as well.
Yeah, I would have gave a 7. Just because
and even the
that,
look,
and then the performance as well. It didn't feel as polished as their other performances that they gave. Still very good. The voguing was really good. They had really good moments in it, but overall it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, choreography was not that difficult at all.
Don't say that.
Not to see I'm sure it was probably hard to do, but for the seeing eye, it was good. It was good. It was decent. Okay, so let's move on to the next house. The next house is the house of Yamamoto.
They were spicy tonight.
What did they do again?
They were spicy. The mother, she came out fighting. She felt Laomi was giving low scores to her house.
Oh, yeah.
But then quickly, fixed it. Hold up. I think she realized this is not the time and the place. I'm in my feelings. I'm going through a moment right now. Let me fix this right away. And, cause she started, she was like, look, Laomi, I apologize. Whatever. And then they had their moment, which was really, really nice. That's how you handle a situation. And Laomi, she was like, I'm here for us. I'm not here to put you down. And I do feel that way. I don't feel like Laomi's there putting the girls down. Sometimes the critiques might feel a little harsh. I think it's just in her delivery sometimes.
But that's her.
Exactly, but that's kind of her, That's also why she's on the panel.
Exactly.
Besides the fact that she's the icon that she is.
Yeah.
It's because she also has that personality.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's looking for at the end of the day. There are clear challenges that they're giving them. What was theirs?
Their element to do was floor performance. So they were given floor performance.
Oh.
And so I have a few checks. They looked amazing. I don't know what it was, but they looked amazing. They started off really good. I love when the girl came out with the swords. It looked like it was about to go somewhere.
Wait, you think they started off really good?
Yeah, I thought it was it started developing. And then once it got into the fight that led to the floor part, That's where I got lost.
Okay.
You don't think it started good?
Unfortunately, no.
Mm.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. Not that I don't think it started good. I don't think it was their best. It's not one of my favorites. Like, right now, from all the performances that I've seen, this is probably more towards the back.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, I love their Grand March performance. I love their other performances. You know, I'm a huge, huge fan of this house. Unfortunately, with this performance this week, I just, I was like, it was okay. But also, you know, floor performance, I feel like they tried to incorporate it the best that they can. It just didn't read. It didn't read.
And
you know, and also
it wasn't done right.
The floor performance in the beginning, remember Naomi turned to Law, or she turned around, she's like, "Oh, this is pretty bad." Or she was like, "This is," I forgot what she said. I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that was the beginning. That's why you said you liked the beginning, and I'm like,
No, but the beginning until that part.
Oh, so the House of Yamamoto's themes was the 7 deadly sins.
How? There's 5 of them.
I know, but
oh yeah, they had 7.
It's 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, but it's 7 deadly sins.
Okay. So yes. So with this one, for the X's, I put floor performance, of course. Fight started off good until the floor performance. And the mother of this house wasn't really doing anything when she came out. There was a lot of standing in the middle and just like, you know, playing a character rather than doing things. And to me, that like slowed it down a lot, like a lot.
Okay.
And choreo was not as good. It was kind of unorganized in certain places. This was just not their week.
Yeah.
This wasn't their week.
But they also, and I do, honestly, I agree with this one. I do agree because they got, was it Jamila's gag flag?
Yes, Jamila used her gag flag.
They got Jamila's gag flag, and I agree. I think I would have used it for this house.
Yeah.
This house is worth it.
I agree too.
This house is worth the gag flag because you know what? Like you said, everyone has a bad day. Everyone has a bad performance. It is normal for every single artist, for every single person.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, like everyone has a bad day. And this could just be one of those days. I would have definitely used my gag flag.
Yep. Oh, so that's your score? Gag flag?
No, my score is not gag flag. I would have given them a 6.
Okay. I would have given them
but
a 6 as well.
I agree with the gag flag. Because if I was there in that moment and this was that performance, knowing the other houses that are there, knowing the competition that I would like to continue to see happening.
Definitely.
Like, this is one of the top houses.
Definitely.
You know, like, I'm going to make sure that this house is safe.
Exactly.
This one and some other house. I would make sure this house, the Juicies, I would definitely, like, those are the 2 I would be saving my gag flag for. And also the Revlons.
Yeah.
I would be saving it for one of them.
Love them as well.
But I think this was the right time. But I guess because all the episodes were released so quickly, it feels like all the gag flags are practically gone already.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So I'm like, oh, it didn't feel like a moment that it should have.
I agree. Because usually we would wait a week.
Yeah,
to see these
you
things,
know, like, so I wish, I overall like the Yamamotos, and like I said, I agree with the gag flag that was given to them. I really, really like that.
Yamamoto, you made it through. So next up we have House of Labeija, and their theme was, well, their challenge, their element was duck walks. I don't know the theme, that's why I had to skip over it. They were like rockers. Like,
yeah, they were a rock and roll band, an anime rock and roll band. It's just another week where I feel like something is kind of just missing.
For me, Aja's holding up the whole house right now.
Absolutely, she's
Aja
killing
is
it.
the face of Labeija.
Oh, her. Let me tell you, you know she is who she is because Miss Thing, when she came out for that lip sync and the cackle, oh, she was
in
on
this
it.
performance?
Yes, because she came out with the big spikes on her head. Oh, came through. The look was her look specifically. Yeah. I loved.
Really did.
And when she came out again, it's about to happen. The lip sync was on it. Like that she is a performer. She does this.
Yeah. No, she really did turn it up for me. Like without her, I really don't see it for the house as a whole on
it's
the
just
show.
The energy.
It's the energy. Like I feel like they can do the things that they can do, but the way they execute it, like it's not done right.
I feel like it's not that it's not done right, because they're the ones that vote. And I know we vote too, but like
not with the style of Vogue, like the movement they're giving, like they're
no, I don't want to say it's not done right. It's more like you said, the execution, and for me, I think it's just lacking a punch. It's lacking that, like, when you see certain Voguers come out, like when you see Laomi, there is that punch and the duck walk and everything, and even
that immediate presence.
Exactly, that presence. And even when they do Old Way, there are those queens, those queens and those Voguers and those people out there that, like, they kill it, and they have that presence, they have that punch, and without Aja, there's no punch. Aja right now is the little bit of punch, but she needs punch from everyone else.
She's the cake and everyone's the icing.
She needs a little bit more from everyone else.
Yeah, I agree. But I put that her outfit was amazing. Aja's. Aja gave like the whole rock theme a whole like complete feel. The duck walks, that was their challenge.
It was okay. It was okay. It was okay.
It was kind of slow. It was.
It just felt like a very mid-tempo pace. Just very stayed this. It stayed like this kind of, just like on a line. Yeah. It just kind of stayed on the line. Unfortunately,
it did.
Again, that punch. So, what score did the judges give them?
So Laomi gave them a 7. Kiki gave them an 8. Law gave them a 6. Jamila gave them a 7. Bob gave them an 8. They had a 36. I'm giving them a 7.
I'm giving them a 7 as well. I'll give them a 7.
Yeah.
Because I think it was good. They just need a little bit more energy. That's all.
Yeah, they did that.
Have fun, like they said. Show your face.
And I actually like this house for some, like, it's something that I'm like, oh, like they should be there, I like Labeija's. Okay.
Yeah,
next.
I want them to be a top house.
Ooh, we want them to be a top house. So, up next, we have the House of Machiavelli, your favorite house on the show right now. Okay, that is shade. Let me stop.
Right. I have nothing towards Machiavelli. I am a fan of them because they are.
We talk about performances here, not
they are the battle cats. Okay. Yes. These girls battle down.
They should make a house of the Kiki House of Battle Cats.
They battle down these girls, so I'm big fans of them. Sometimes the performances lack, but this performance was actually pretty good.
Their challenge was catwalks.
Yes. And then they did a Street Fighter theme, which was really, really cute. They also got their missing member back.
What's his name?
Raja. Raja's back.
Raja's back, yes.
Yes. So I thought overall it was really good. I thought it was much better than their last performance, for sure.
This was definitely
much
their
better
best performance, I think.
So far. But they still need a little bit more.
They also need that
still
punch.
need a little bit more.
I feel that they needed to... Okay, so I wrote these down for the X's. I put balance hold at the end. It was kind of sloppy. They don't use their transitions and staging smart enough. So you going within the dancers, your transitions of moving up, back, side to side. Like you have to think more on those type of things. Even the staging of where you're placed on the stage. Like sometimes it's a clunk, and then sometimes one person's too far out, and the other people are more to the side. It needs to be more organized in that sense to make it look visually good. And then the choreography, like more hard hitting movements for certain things. Even though your challenge was catwalks, you can still, you can still do everything else.
Yeah, I think the choice of the boom and a boom, that could have been a little bit more because it is catwalks. Like that's probably one of the easiest, if not the easiest challenge. And not challenge, but like probably the element to get
and the most fun that you can like use
play
in
with
different ways.
Because everyone has different catwalks. Mm-hmm. Like everyone has different catwalks. So
I'm in my head like catwalking on the floor. Like I'm looking away, but I'm like, what if he's like? I'm like trying to think of different things.
Catwalking on the floor is called duck walking.
No, like on your back. Oh no, that's floor perform. Okay.
Please stop.
So some checks I put. I said, got better as it went on. When Golden came out, when she was doing her catwalk, I was like, yes, that's a catwalk.
She came in with that punch.
Yes. But then the energy kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Like it got hype and it stood to that hype and stood like right there. Mm-hmm. I love how it ended with the choke slam dip at the end.
Yes.
Boom,
love
boom.
that.
That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I put that down. So are you episode 5?
Yawning, yes.
I'm gonna start whole
it.
YouTube channel for
count
him.
it.
Just
do a little thing.
Yes, I am. Watch
Carmelo's yawn count.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is their best performance, I believe. The scores: Leomi gave them an 8, Kiki gave them an 8, Law gave them a 9, Jamila gave them a 7, and Bob gave them a 7.
I would have gave them I would have gave it an 8.
Me too. I would have given it an 8.
Yeah, an 8.
A 9 is just feeling really, really happy that they've got to this point. An 8 is fair, like boom. 7 is like I'm still being hard on y'all, Yeah. But they definitely did their thing. Like looking at it right now, the costumes are cool. Like you can reference all the characters. That was really, really dope. And
Miss Cammy looked good.
Yeah. But
and then Miss Bison coming out.
Miss Bison, I just realized he's Bison. Yes, Bison. Jeez. A Vogan Bison, bitch.
I'm so mad you just realized that right now.
Not for nothing. He kind of reminded me of like Jonte, so I was like, oh, Jonte's a Street Fighter. It's Bison. No, you gotta say it's Bison. It's Bison.
It's Miss Bison.
Miss Bison. I'm sorry. I had a moment, guys. So that was
The House of Machiavelli.
It's Bison. Miss Bison. Next up, we have The House of Miss Bison.
The House of Alpha Omega.
Woo! Okay. So they had a Dragon Ball Z theme.
Now this was not okay. So this was the.
But I gotta pull the Naomi. I can't do this.
No. This was the remember in school we used to have Crayola crayons.
Yes.
And then we sometimes when they were being cheap, they would give us the Rose Art brand.
Ooh, the ones that always broke.
Okay,
and
yeah.
The sharpener.
So yeah,
and the paper.
So the Rose Art. This was the Rose Art version of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, Rose Art. It was
a black box production.
What's that?
A black box.
I don't get it.
You know the black box, like when you put on a small off Broadway show.
Okay.
Like Auntie helped you make the set.
Okay.
She cut out the Dragon Ball hair from a shoebox.
And painted it black.
Okay, sorry. Back to it. So yes, they had a Dragon Ball Z theme, and their challenge was hair whips.
And none of them have hair.
Except
no, none of them have hair.
As in, what do you mean, the costumes or
no? As in real life. So she gave the group that are all men with short.
This is the House of Juicy. They're giving out these elements. Don't forget.
They were targeting some of these girls, and I think these were one of them.
Ooh.
'Cause They gave them hair whips, and they said it because they ain't got no hair.
Listen, that is the funniest and
I love
shadiest
it.
thing to do.
I love it.
I do love the House of Alpha Omega, though. Like, I am a fan of them from I'll say the first 3 or 2 episodes. But it's staying stagnant. Like, for this group, I definitely wrote down some more, like, dance notes that could be taken home and tried to be worked on. To me, the timing wasn't always on with everyone. You can tell the difference of people dropping. It was so, like, anticipated.
I don't know what Piccolo was doing in the center there.
Lord, he was trying to find a Super Saiyan. Always stay in the same formation for too long. So there's certain parts where you guys, like, y'all do that same formation, and then you'll move for 2 seconds and then go right back to the same formation. That's something that could be worked on, because it seems like you guys do a lot of intricate choreo, but you stay in the same spot doing it for too long. It's not being used dynamically enough, if you want to put it that way.
Really? You thought so?
Yeah. Like, look right here when they're doing the whole, they're there while that's happening. Like, it's just, even in the beginning part, when they were, like, in a 5 formation, like, in Windows, and then, like, the 3 moved, then it went right back to it, and then, like, it was just...
Okay.
It was very
I'm just asking because I was watching it, and while you're talking, I'm just like, interesting, because they're moving a lot.
They do move, but I don't think it's at the right moments.
Okay.
I don't think that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion.
The opinions. Okay. Disclaimer.
Like the background choreo. That's why when you said, like, you wish you was able to see another view of the performance to see how it really works, I wish I was able to see that, because I was like, the back choreo wasn't noticeable. I wasn't able to notice what they were really doing in the back, and I wish I was able to.
That is one thing, and this is nothing to do with any of the houses at all. This is actually to do with production. They cut the camera a lot during the performance that you don't get to see the overall bigger picture, or they'll zoom in, you know. And I'm like, but we want to see what else is happening.
They're like,
we
yeah,
want to
you
see
see
the
like,
big
you'll be
picture.
like, yes, and you see like half an arm, like
zooming in on a dip. I understand.
Yeah.
You know, but like, let's see the whole big picture. Let's see majority of the performance.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And then I do find it weird that the audience now, they're only behind them, because before I remember it being
well,
around
the stage is
studio.
different now too.
Because
the stage is in a T.
The old.
It wasn't before. It wasn't in a T. They used to have like another little block over here on the side where the audience used to be next to the judges.
Yes,
but then they took that out after COVID. I'm sure.
The hair whips, like we said, there weren't no hair whips.
I mean, there were. There just was not very.
They weren't noticeable.
Hair whippy.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know, it was a little bit more like what's the opposite of a hair whip?
A no whip. A bicycle.
No, a hair flop.
Why am I'm thinking whip, like a car, and I'm like, whatever. So the judges, Laomi gave them an 8. Kiki gave them a 7. Law gave them a 4, and he's mad because didn't he use his gag for them?
He used his gag flag, and he was not impressed.
Your favorite word.
He was upset. He was livid. He was livid. He was upset.
Yep. And Jamila gave them an 8, and Bob gave them a 6. They had a 33 in total.
I would have given them a 6.
I think a 6 is fair for this.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that it's 2 weeks in a row, like, not taking it higher.
Yeah. There's constantly that thing that's kind of missing.
And that's another thing with them. Like, they need to be more out there with the choreography. Like I said last week, the things that I saw in, like, the promo, like, I didn't see any of that in the routine. So I don't know if it's you guys changing it, or, you know, production saying, no, this is better, or what it is, because we understand that whole TV side of it, you know? But, yeah, I think the choreo could be worked on a little bit more to make it more intricate and better. And that was the House of Alpha Omega.
Yes.
Now.
So that was all of the houses' main performance. Now there's the next category, which is the beat to beat challenge, which I love so much. I hope they bring this.
Is it beat to beat or beat for beat?
Beat to beat.
Okay.
It's beat to beat. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope if we get another season, I hope they bring it back.
Yeah.
This needs to be a staple.
It needs to be
I
at the
love
malls.
this. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. So up first, it was
Revlon and the House of Alpha Omega.
yes, with Revlon taking it, and I agree. He was hitting a lot more beats compared to the other one. She was giving you soft and cunt, which I understand. And again, soft and cunt is to describe the way how Deshaun no, but it's the way Deshaun, like, he described it in the show. So that is the category. So I'm not trying to offend or use like a crazy word.
No, yeah.
You know, so or let's just say soft and cunt. You know, like,
So the next two houses that went up was Juicy and Machiavelli.
and Juicy took it, and I agree.
Listen, I agree, but I loved Mother Machiavelli's flow. If you just look at her,
yes.
her little legs
Ooh.
and then her little, it was so cute. Like it just like looked like she was floating at one point. I was like, yes. Oh, she was. And look at the little. Then the hands was so. It was real. Like what Law would say, puss. You know, like it was giving me that. I love the little flying bird. Like she looked good, and they both did good to me, but. Juicy Couture was obviously more.
He was just giving, and also he was quickly giving you a lot more elements. You know, like she stayed in her catwalk for a long time. Then she was flowy. You know, maybe she was another one trying to give the soft and hunt.
She did her challenge in the Beat to Beat challenge. She did the catwalk the whole time.
Damn, yes.
They should have did that in the routine.
Yes.
That would have been cute, doing what she just did. So here's a secret, I think. Y'all should start recording your freestyles when y'all are going off and turn that into routines. Yes, it's hard as hell because I've tried it before.
Yeah.
But some of them should record themselves. Ooh, look at this. Or look at this battle. I did this.
And you know they all record themselves. You know that they
or
do.
Everyone else
Everyone
in the damn
records
club,
themselves.
Like, and use
Maybe
that.
not in the club. But
that
you know when
shit
you're in
would
the
be
house
hot.
practicing. Yeah.
You was going up. So yes, the next
up next was Labeija and the Yamamotos. And Yamamoto's Miss Luz.
She went in.
Like, go off. She went off.
Her left, her right, like
loved
everything.
It.
All of her angles.
She was eating.
Like
loved
it looks so good as the silhouette.
Yeah, the shadow. Yeah, I love it.
Love that.
Love.
So yes, Yamamoto took
and
that.
then next they had to move on. So the three winners came out and they had to bring out their quote unquote shadows. And they pretty much just had to literally mimic each other's every movement.
Yep.
And it was a clear winner.
Juicy. They
clear
were right
winner.
in the middle. Right in the middle with
their color scheme.
Yep.
Like they were so smart in who they chose and what color they wore, because he's wearing blue, he's wearing yellow, so it pops on the eye. You know, because it's pink and blue. I mean, it's pink and black. And then these two are in gold with bad wigs. I like, these are some terrible wigs over her child. So sorry, Yamamoto, but these are some bad wigs.
Not
they
Yamamoto,
said,
that's Juicy you're talking
no,
about.
that's Yamamoto.
That's Juicy Couture.
No, that's not. Juicy's in the... What is happening with you?
That is not Yamamoto, that's Revlon.
Oh.
I was confused. My brain was like, what house? Yeah, Revlon. They have some bad wigs there.
Yeah, Revlon. Sorry, Yamamoto. Your wigs are gorgeous. Your wigs are gorgeous. I was talking about Revlon. Revlon.
Juicy won. They took the challenge and they gained their house a 5 extra points, which
is just what they needed to create to finish off and have a perfect 50.
A 50. Yep, they had a perfect score. What did we get to next? Next is the final battle. So up next and finally was the final battle. Yes, it was.
And it was the House of Labeija versus the House of Alpha Omega.
Ooh.
And
Alpha Omega sent out Reynaldo, and Labeija sent out Zenith.
Yes, and this.
Anime. So the battle was not good at all. It lacked a lot of everything, from the innovation to the like the presence, the fight, the everything.
It didn't feel controlled. It didn't feel like they were with the beat. It felt like they were fighting against the music.
I think they were on beat. And not for nothing,
No, not that they weren't on beat, but
Okay.
they weren't living in the music. Like, they were just...
It was going for move for move.
Yeah.
It wasn't like no type of
there wasn't...
storytelling at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't tell nothing of a story. Not for nothing, I caught myself looking at Zenith a lot because I felt like I knew Reynaldo was going to put his leg up again and dip. And it was the same dip over and over. And then the way it's filmed, it makes it look like they're both doing the same thing over and over. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just a little bit of a little bit of a crazy.
Like, I'm a little disappointed in Reynaldo. In the sense of, I don't know. It just, it didn't.
Bob was clapping. Everyone was like,
Yeah, it was not an
It was not
impressive,
good. It wasn't good.
Battle at all.
It wasn't good.
It was kind of disappointing, though. It really was.
It wasn't good.
Because I'm sure they was like, nah, Reynaldo's going to save this house.
Of course.
He's going to save...
And ultimately he did.
He did.
Because they did have to choose a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi walked out. She
Yeah.
didn't want to judge this because she was so disappointed in the battle. And
I think someone called her on the ear and they said, we got some feedback.
I would love to know. Bob the drag queen, can you give us the behind the scenes of what is the tea? What was happening on the filming of that episode? What was the chit chat? What was the goods? We want to know.
She was really mad.
Get on your Discord, your Patreon, whatever. We going. We want to know.
We want to know because it was a lot.
It was a lot.
And it's just like...
And this was the second episode in a row where there was like confrontation.
Something big,
and there's something like a moment like that. I was like, ooh, okay, girl.
Yeah. So, like we said, they ended up getting saved. The House of Alpha Omega. The House of Labeija goes home.
Yes, the iconic, the first house.
I feel bad that they're leaving. Who left that we felt didn't need to leave?
Tishi.
No, of course. But last week, there was someone... Oh, Machiavelli. Who did they go against? They went against Ada. No, yeah, sorry.
Machiavelli's been sending the girls home. The girls that need to go home have been going home.
No, yeah. So, and yeah, that's all that happened this episode. Next week's episode is the Mission Impossible.
Yes, where they're going to be spies.
Yes, and they look amazing. So that review is coming very soon. Is there any animes that you thought you would have seen on here or like have chosen to do?
I think the reason they didn't do like the main super crazy popular ones is just because of copyright. You know,
that's crazy.
There was no Demon Slayer, there was no Naruto, there was no there was no
your favorite
Hunter x Hunter. There was just so many that were missing, and like the big brands. Of course, Sailor Moon was not there. Nothing from Studio Ghibli was there. Yes, that's Tuxedo Mask, and then Bob's is also a Queen Serenity, looking amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yes, going on. I hope next week there's much more cleaner choreo. Formations are on point. More intricate.
And they will be.
Movement, all those things.
And there will be. Alright guys, so before we go, please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe down below. Please let us know what you thought. Let us know about any other shows you might want us to review, anything else like that. Please just let us know how you think it's going. And with that, guys, we'll see you guys later.
Later, y'all.
Bye.